How are you? 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 Hopefully, hopefully you guys can see me. Well, not see me. That's the thing I'm saying. Hopefully you guys can't see me. But if you can, it's okay. I'm just laying in my bed. I wanted to talk about this Kevin Samuels. That's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Kevin Samuels. Um I just watched him tear down a woman. I just watched him tear down a woman. And just watching him over the years is sad because I'm thinking to myself, what man has this much energy to be tearing down a woman? What man in their right mind have this much energy to be doing that? I'm just blown away. He asked this woman, I saw the post on Facebook, he asked this woman what number you think that she is. And she said I think that I am a 8. And he said, well, if Beyonce's a 8, do you think that you are a 8? And she said, yeah. And he said, are you sure? And she said, yeah. And she said, well, he said, well, Sweetie is a 6. I'll give you a 5 or a 6. And she literally started changing her number, how she think her looks is. And I'm saying to myself, who are you, first of all, to judge anybody and tell anybody what you think they are? Who are you to tell somebody how they should feel about themselves? I was just blown away. I was just totally, totally blown away. Like, where do you get off at, sir? Where do you get off at, sir? Everybody has a right to believe that they look a certain way. Everybody has a right to have self-esteem. And who are you? You are not God. You were not put on this earth to tell nobody how they look or how they should be or how much money they should make. Or you're not on this earth to tell nobody their status and how awful they are, or you think too high of yourself. Sir, you think too high of yourself. And I was just looking at him. I'm looking at him like, hey, your complexion is uneven. It look like you got a whole nother face on your forehead. It look like you got 2 eyeballs sitting there on your forehead. While you sitting up there telling this perfectly beautiful girl she's a 5 or 6. Like, go do something else in life. That's what I want to say. Go do something else in life, sir. Instead of tearing down women. What real man that you know is going to sit down and take the time out to talk to a woman and tell them about their looks and so calmly and be so derogatory? It's like he hate women. Every post that I see of him on social media, he's tearing down some woman. And for what? Why don't you keep that same energy and tear down a man or somebody that's your equal? You got this woman feeling bad about herself, and then here it is. This video is posted all over social media. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how this is going to affect this woman, but you don't care because you got some type of bitterness towards women. I have never seen him, and if I have, you guys, if I missed it, shoot me the link to the email. But I ain't never seen this man uplift a woman or encourage a woman and say, hey, you can make it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can get through it. He's always tearing down somebody because of their status or what they don't have or what they lack or what he feels is lacking. And all these other men calling him the goat and laughing at this woman while he tear this woman down. Other men are laughing That's why I say it's nothing out here in these streets. I'm so disappointed in our black men and these so-called black leaders that you can sit on your platform and comfortably sit and tear this black woman down. When we got society, we got what we call the man and everybody else tearing down our culture, our race, our men. And here's a black woman tearing down a black man tearing down another black woman. For what? For clicks and likes, for somebody to say you to go? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm so disappointed in him. And I had to come out here and go live. You know what I'm saying? I don't normally go live from my phone. I don't even know if I hope everything is cool. I hope I set it up right because I'm new to these streets. But it just enraged me because I'm so sick and tired of seeing his videos where he's tearing down women and people are laughing and making a mockery of the women that's on there. Like, do your fans some justice and be mature. And then my thing is, who made you the resource of all knowledge about women and status and where we should be and where a woman should be or how they should be? Who made you that guru? I don't care what your accomplishment is in life. You are no better than nobody else. And for you to sit there and tear that woman down, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I literally watched this woman fall down like mentally and just not questioning herself. I'm just like so disgusted. I'm just like really disgusted. Really disgusted. You know, like you got your stuff together. Like you got your stuff together. Kevin Samuels is a joke. Kevin Samuels does not represent the men in our culture, the real men in our culture. We're supposed to be taking care of our black queens, our black women. And here you are single-handedly taking these women out, taking down their self-esteem one by one. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Made fun of what her baby father did because he was a supervisor in maintenance. What does your child father do? That's none of your business. What do you do for a living? You know, he has gotten beside himself and somebody need to check him at the door. He is no better than nobody else. You don't look no better than nobody else. Heck, I done dated men that's finer than you, sir, in real life. He ain't all that. He's not all that. And for him to sit there and tear that girl down, it just broke my heart. Because it's like, who are you, Kevin Samuels? Who are you? And you got these black men talking about he's the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. He's tearing down our women. I have never seen him uplift a woman on his show. I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen him say nothing positive. All you do is talk about these women and their expectations. Because they have expectations, then you tear them down like they're not supposed to have expectations. And you think you gonna get this type of man, and you think, oh, your looks ain't this and that. Your looks ain't like that. I looked at him. Your complexion is uneven, sir. You need to get that together. Your beard was raggedy. You need to trim that up. You need to be groomed. And I know I'm telling the truth. I know I'm telling the truth. Unreal. How he tore that girl down. I'm so disappointed in our black men, these so-called black leaders, that you gonna fix your mouth to tear down our sisters. Okay? That girl sat there on there and I'm just looking at her and I fell for her. I said it couldn't have been me. I'm not saying, I ain't saying I believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't coming up in here tearing me down like that because you are who you are. And you're not going to compare me. He compared her to Beyonce. Like, Beyonce is Beyonce. Okay? I'm who I am. There is no comparison. She's a queen in her queendom, and I'm the queen in my queendom. I love myself, and you're not gonna make me feel bad for loving myself. Had the nerve to tell her, you think that you up there with Beyonce? Beyonce don't have nothing to do with this woman who's working and taking care of her children, who's surviving and making it in life. And you got the nerve to tear her down for that? She's beautiful just because of that. She's beautiful just because she's a survivor, because she's a mother and she's taking care of children. And you a black man telling her that she's a 5? Your whole outlook on life is a 5, sir. Like, he got the game mixed up. He got the game mixed all the way up. I'm so tired of black men tearing down black women because you think you got something swinging between your legs that you can come step to us and tell us what we are not. That it just really baffled me. I just don't. I'm trying to think where he's to be so old that he is. I mean, he got gray hair. You would think that he would have wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Why? I mean, you an older man. Like, I don't know if you got grandkids or not. You know what I'm saying? But at some point in your life, after looking over the history of our culture and our pop culture and how we are, at some point your content needs to mature. But you acting like these young boys out in the street that's calling us all type of bees and whores. You too old for that. You need to be empowering our black women. If you're so knowledgeable and you're a wealth of resource, you need to be telling us how to get on. You need to be telling us how to appeal to a man that's supposed to be of your stature. But you're too busy pointing a finger telling us what we are not in such a derogatory way that our enemies are sitting back and laughing at us. Not only is our black men laughing at us, but society is laughing at us, and you telling a joke. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I know I'm right. And I normally don't go live, you know what I'm saying? But when I saw that, I was disgusted. I normally don't go live on my phone like this, but I was so disgusted. I was so disgusted at what I see because I'm so sick of this spirit, this male dominant spirit that we can do y'all any kind of way. We can say what we want to say to y'all. We can act like we want to act with y'all, and y'all still need to be ready to accept us in our that's the tone that he's taking. Like, what you say is gold. First of all, you ain't God. And everything that God create is good. You understand what I'm saying? And the way he tore that girl down was disgusting. And I've seen him do other women like that. And it couldn't have been me. And that's for sure. It could not have been me. Because he needs somebody to step to him with the same articulation that he has. To shut him down. Because you wrong for that. You throwing rocks at the same black woman that's a mother, that's somebody's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. It's almost like he didn't like his mother or something. You know, I mean, you sit your old dried old prune behind up in that old cheap looking living room talking about this sister. You know, while you telling her what she ain't, where she lacking, you know, you obviously lack things in your life that you can take out time to sit on social media and talk to women all day. You know, show us some of your accomplishments. Show us other things that you just dehumanizing women. Unattractive is what that is. And you weak-minded. And I said it. You weak-minded. Because it don't take a lot of energy to tear somebody down. But it takes tons of energy to build them up. And he does that to shame women. He does that to get clicks and likes. Now here you done broke this woman's self-esteem, and everybody that goes to his page or everybody who shares, she's gonna be the laughing stock for a couple of minutes now on social media. And you did that when you didn't have to. But guess what? You reap what you sow. His day is coming. I promise you that. Because that was horrible. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that girl like that. You know what I'm saying? He has done countless of women like that. And people have shared it and laughed. That's not funny. Because we got everybody in society saying talking about our black women. and making fun of our black women, and they are taking advantage of our black women, and they're discriminating against us, and they're putting these negative images out there about our black women. And so what do our little black girls have to look forward to? Everybody else doing that, and then here you gonna sit your big black behind up there and do the same thing? Disrespectful. You ain't got nothing better to do but to tell this woman, you a 5, when your integrity is a 0. He really need to evaluate his relationship with Christ. Seriously. Because he needs some type of direction on the content that he's sharing on his platform. Because it is misguided, it's disrespectful, and it is not funny at all. And I pray to God that this crosses his path and he see this post so he can stop what he's doing. Horrible. Horrible. And they need to mute him because he is verbally abusive to women. I think I done said my rant for the day. And this is your Queen Clayleen saying bye-bye.